Hope you liked the video
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one
like
in
and
the
subscribe.
Air. And off we go from Jacksonville. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes now in his 3rd season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And boy, with the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018,
Skittles, say
a lot
hi.
of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for 2nd most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season.
Yeah.
That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations.
Guys, if you don't know
because
what team I am, I'm the Kansas City Chiefs.
They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
The 2 Taylors that subscribe to my channel, I will win for you guys.
And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Laughing at me.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your 1st drive, stop them on the 1st drive defensively.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
Juke. Juke. Juke.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
If you guys like football,
Mahomes to Watkins, 53 yards.
The goal for any offense versus
comment your favorite team down below and your favorite
find
player.
the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right.
Touchdown.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Oh, nice.
Two excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finish things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far.
Yeah, I'm kicking off.
Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a
But
lot
guys,
of
if you think I can win, hit that like button.
right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think
if we can hit 45 subscribers or 45 likes, then my manager will buy this game and I'll play against him.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. this one across the
Skittles, I said I like gold.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
45 likes. You get this game when we play.
Tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
I think I have this here.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Here we go.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Derek Nottie came into the league with the reputation of being a good run defender, and he's done nothing to dispel that. Nice play there by him, and you know he's one of those guys, partner, that when you look at him in shorts and he goes through all the drills, he does just fine. But you put football pads on him, and he turns into the terror we just saw in the last play.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
I'm receiving.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And my manager's back.
That'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I'm going to go for it on down, guys.
They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mahomes firing complete. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to...
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown to Ants.
Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
If you guys
this will be taken in at the 1.
Or watch my
and his
live
guys
stream.
are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a throw that's taken
guys, I read
out of
that
the
wrong.
backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Foles. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Foles. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You guys think I can run this back?
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the group that they're in at this stage of the game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Well, one underlying storyline between these two teams is that the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid, he knows a lot about Nick Foles, the Jags QB. He drafted the quarterback when he was calling the shots in Philadelphia and later would sign him to Kansas City as a backup in 2016. But Kansas City, they have won the last 4 in this series, including a 30-14 victory a year ago. At the time, that got the Chiefs to 5-0 on the young season.
That was good.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
That was a good catch, guys.
Outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 42 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern.
Oh, that was bad.
Over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down, able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
Read it. Oh.
Throwing over the middle.
That's good, guys. Don't worry.
D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be taken
down. I'm not looking so good right now.
It past the 50.
Bob's still winning.
14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
There we go. Good pick. Good tip.
Hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, that was my bad.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Oh, we have Booth with you guys.
There was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play.
No, he was out of bounds.
And he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Skittles, if you were watching this, you would see if that was out of bounds or not.
Well, I'm not even watching it.
I know you're not. I could see. I would see if you're on or not.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 2nd down.
Let's do covers 3. Sky 3 guys.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And room there to work it inside the 25. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 40 now. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw here. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete.
That's how we do it, guys.
Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
If you guys think I can block this, can you click that like button?
As it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
We got this.
Let's do
comebacks. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Mahomes now on first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Formation, let's go I formation. Let's go PA sharp.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 20. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. Marquise Lee, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, now he's hopping.
A shotgun give to Fournette. This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Suggestions.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get...
Here, let's put in our good running back, guys. Where's our death chart? Oh, it's right there. Let's put in our good running back. Where are you at? Damian Williams.
If they think they need to light a fire, but in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room.
I've been doing more passing. Now let's do a run, guys.
Said, listen, let's take control right away.
HP space.
We've got the lead. Defense,
oh, it's Shady McCoy.
Don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down.
LaShawn McCoy on
that was quick, guys.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 60 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And
guys, if you think this is embarrassing,
over this game
comment down below.
Way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
Oh, jeez.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to
that is not good, guys. They are pushing me. They're pushing up the field.
For the Jaguars. Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Oh,
running out of the gun.
there we go. We stopped him right there at 45.
Goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage.
No, 51.
50, right at midfield.
Okay, maybe right at midfield.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check. 54. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Again, it's Fournette. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Oh, dang it.
You, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
I'm pushing him back.
Turnover. I know
backwards.
his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Please make him lose yardage.
Train there. Derek Nottie with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Foles. Incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and now it's third down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll drop the throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one from the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins.
Took him. Book tackle.
He faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go.
There we go.
For a Kansas City
That's
touchdown.
a good touchdown dance for you guys.
Sammy Watkins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Buzz pass.
2nd and 3. Going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
That was a good
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
We're about to hit the 2-minute warning,
2nd and 13. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
That was a good
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Let's do PA spot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into
oh my gosh, guys, I hit him.
Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on. Get it done. And we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Who is that?
Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville.
Here we go, guys. Punt return. Never mind.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah,
like yeah, guys.
You know, it's
that was
this is week 1.
my first live stream.
Real football.
Real football.
If you guys like that video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna link Skittles Gaming down below in the comments.
I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.
If you enjoy this video,
so for the Chiefs, it's a
hit that like button.
Start as they roll to a blowout victory here
and I hope you have a good week.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
Huh?